So in this video, we'll be discussing about move instructions. 1 second. Okay, we'll be discussing about the move instructions. So the move instructions is a very simplest instructions in the ARM processor. So it copies n into the destination register, that is RD, where n is the register or the immediate value. So this instruction is useful for setting the initial values and transferring the data between the registers. So in the move instructions, there are two mnemonics, that is MOV and MVN. So the move instructions, what does it do is, as the general syntax is already given here. So there is a mnemonic. The instruction is nothing but the mnemonic that you need to specify, either a MOV or MVN. And if you want to make the instructions as a conditional instructions, then you can include the conditional like EQ or anything like that. Any, we'll be discussing about the conditional suffixes a little bit later on. And you can also include the S here. S is used to update the CPSR register, and the next operand is a destination operand, and next comes the whatever the data that you are interested to move. So we'll just understand a simple example in order to understand the move instructions. So R5 is holding the data 5 and R7 is holding the data 8. So move R7, R8 means the contents whatever that is there in a R5 register will be moved into the R7 register. So pre and post, whenever the instruction is asked in the exam to explain about it, so you are supposed to write both pre as well as post instruction, post execution. Pre execution means before the execution of the instruction. Post execution means after the execution of the instruction. So if you just observe here, the contents of R7 was 8 and the contents of R5 was 5 before the execution of this instruction. After the execution of this instruction, the contents of R5, okay, the contents of R5, which is 5, will be moved into the R7. So therefore 8 was there, right? So that 8 will be rewritten as 5. So therefore after the execution, R5 and R7 contents are 5 and 5, right? So conditional execution is nothing but you can make this instruction as a conditional instruction by just including the suffix as EQ. So there are various conditional instructions or the suffixes that you can use it. We will be understanding a little bit later on. So right now, if I am writing EQ, if a 0 flag is set, then only the R1 contents will be moved into R0. So you are making that particular instruction as a conditional instruction. If that condition is satisfied, then only the operation happens. Otherwise, the operation doesn't happen. So that is what they are telling in the comment here. If the 0 flag is made set, then only the R1 contents will be moving into the R0. Okay. I hope you have understood how you have to make this instruction as a conditional instruction. Okay, and we will be understanding the barrel shifter as well. So this is a barrel shifter, which is a very important feature of the ARM processor. So whatever the operands that you are passing into the ALU, that is the arithmetic logic unit. So one operand, okay, one operand, that is Rn, will be directly going into the arithmetic logical unit, and another unit will be going into the barrel shifter, and then it will be passed into the ALU. I mean to say that it has to pass through the barrel shifter. One operand can easily go into the arithmetic logic unit for its operation, and another operand has to go through the barrel shifter. And if there is a shifting operation, then the barrel shifter comes into the picture. If there is no shifting operation, so the operand will be just bypassing this barrel shifter. Okay. If there is no shifting operation, then the barrel shifter will be idle, and whatever the operand that you are wanted to move into the ALU, that will be directly moving, and finally that operation will be performed by the ALU unit, and the result will be directly obtained in the destination register. So what is the main feature of this ARM processor? So there is a barrel shifter in between whenever the operand is being passed from one point to the arithmetic logic unit. We'll be discussing all these things a bit later on.